Om Yogindraya Namastubhyam Tyagishwaraya Vai Namaha Bhumananda Swarupaya Shri Loknathaya Namo Namaha Naguro Radhikam Naguro Radhikam Naguro Radhikam Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam Guru Kripahi Kevalam. I was reading from this particular small little booklet titled The Little Book of Meditation, which was published in around 2000, the beginning of the new millennium. And the other day I was possibly dwelling upon what is there in the first quote. These are small little musings which I always used to scribble after my morning meditation, and these are the collections of those small tiny little thoughts or the nuggets of the higher intelligence and the wisdom that comes pouring to you or me or to everybody, whoever is in a kind of a tuned meditative state. I hope by now those who are practitioners of meditation, by now you know that meditation is nothing but a state, and obviously a state of our consciousness, state of our mind, state of our being. As such, in the normal, that which we call as normal, which obviously is not normal, but that which we have all taken for granted as normal, in that particular state of mind, the mind is in a state of restlessness, where there are random thoughts and more precisely crisscrossing thoughts. And there are moments where a person is continuously groping in the dark alleys of their past memories, or very tense and nervous, fearful, or in state of despair, melancholy, all about the future. Now, these are the states of mind which the mind goes through when the mind is in the grip of, I'll say, as lower potency, or the maya, the illusion, which happens provided we are not able to lift our mind and create a change in the pattern of our thoughts. After all, mind is continual thoughts. On the screen of the mind, what do we see? There are thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. And each of these thoughts, they generate a very similar kind of energy in vibration, in the body level, emotions and feelings. So the body feels, the mind thinks, and the thinking and the feeling goes together. As a result, we go through different experiences of our day-to-day life. So when you are in a meditative state, you are basically in a very joyful state. You are in a blissful state. And that bliss, that joy comes to us provided we are able to slow down from that randomness of our thoughts. If we could bring our mind to a state of calm and tranquility, where the past and the future is not so much intruding into that glorious present moment. If we can bring our mind to the present moment, even for a splits of seconds, I'm not talking about minutes and hours, even if we are able to bring our mind to a state of stillness, splits of seconds, even in that splits of seconds of mind stillness can generate energy, vibrations, frequencies which are much higher than any of the so-called normal thoughts that we are continuously thinking. Hence, you can all very easily conclude that today or tomorrow we all need to rise or uplift our mind to that awareness, to that consciousness of more purity and more perfection, where there are harmonic vibrations, where there is peace and tranquility. All of it again comes to us, provided we are truly interested about it. If we are happy to be as we are, the question comes to you, to me, to each one of us: am I happy as I am? This is a very, very fundamental question which we all need to be asking ourselves as we continuously, driven by our subconscious mind, driven by our own programs, driven by our own typical system in which we have become so used to, stop and ask, am I happy as I am? Or am I looking for, dreaming for, aspiring for something which I am not at this moment? I want to see it in future. Now, if that is the truth, that you are not happy as you are, normally no one is so easily happy with what state they are, because we as humans are all evolving beings. We are continually evolving. We are continually going through lots of changes, and we experience different experiences. Though it appears as though we are repeating the same stuff day in, day out, but still, if you think about it deeply, you'll find that no, it is not the same thing. Your experiences, your thoughts, your feelings, at times it differs from day to day to day, moment to moment to moment. So here is an opportunity for us as to how we can uplift ourselves, upgrade ourselves. Just as you are not happy to have the same phone that was there 10 years back, and you would look forward to have an upgraded version of your own phones, so also until unless we upgrade our mind, we upgrade ourselves, we cannot so easily be happy in life. That upgradation needs focused attention. That upgradation needs focused effort, commitment, dedication, devotion, all of it, for the simple purpose that I want to attain to what I want to be in life. I want to see that which I feel would be so beautiful if that could happen. If that is the vision of your life, if that is the goal of your life, then this simple question that needs to be answered: if I am not happy as I am, what am I to do in order to reach to that particular goal? The simple answer that will come to you at the end is pure awareness. Our goal in life is awareness. Our goal in life is awareness. To be aware moment to moment of the higher intelligence, of the universal intelligence that is continually in operation all around us. Call it grace, call it God, call it anything by any name. But the fact remains that until and unless we reach to that higher intelligence state, which is not up there but inside of us, in the very core of our being, it's very existential. And that's the reason, because it is an inner process, we have to take advantage of the tools that have already been provided by the universal intelligence to each one of us. Our body, our mind, our breaths. Our body, our mind, our breaths are the tools that we already have with us since our birth in this physical body, in this physical world, in order to attain to that state of awareness, awareness, and awareness of divine presence within and without. So let's start once again reading these few nuggets of wisdom that came to me years back. To the seeker of truth, breath becomes the simplest place to begin the inner journey. So what you do is that you start your meditation practice by first relaxing your body and trying to just unite your mind with your breath. It's more like a wedding. It's more like a wedding. You are basically allowing your mind and your breath to wed, to marry, to unite, to be in absolute unified field of consciousness and energy. So here it is, the yogis of India have practiced the simple technique of watching their breath in order to calm the mind for thousands of years. So this is this watching the breath, observing the breath, and being with your breath and surfing the breath, all of it is something which has been practiced in this particular land of spirituality, that is Bharat, that is India, since time immemorial, beyond all calculations that we all do. From time immemorial, yogis of India, researchers of life, those who wanted to find that ultimate technology by which they can explore into the inner world without using any gadgets whatsoever, any devices whatsoever, just the mind, just the breath, and just the body. These three simple instruments provided by the divine is good enough to attain to our final goal of life, and that is pure awareness of our pure beingness, the pure awareness of being in absolute harmony with the whole of universe, not seeing any separation between I and the universe, between I and you, between I and everything that appears so different. And each of it has its own name and has its own forms. So when we take our mind to that state, we need to anchor into something. If we don't anchor into our breath for a while, we will not be able to slow down our mind to a state where the mind can gradually reach to a state of clarity. What's the purpose of your awareness of your breath, consciousness of your breath? Why do you want to just observe your breath sitting quiet with closed eyes? Why do you want to do that? You want to do that because of the simple reason, that's the way you can allow the mind to gradually settle down, or rather allow you to have more clarity of your thoughts, more clarity of your vision, more clarity of what is being experienced in the inner world. In order to have that clarity, you need to have lesser number of thoughts. In order to have that clarity, you need to have some uplifted, sublime, more intelligent thoughts to begin with. Until such time you possibly reach to a stage wherein you are at a very unexpected moment suddenly find yourself effortless. Here you are no longer meditating, here you are no longer observing your breath, here you are no longer trying to do anything whatsoever in the name of sadhana, practice. Suddenly, the mind is stunned into silence. Suddenly, the lake of the mind becomes still. And when the lake of the mind becomes still, that's the time when the past with all its memories and the future with all its imaginations, worries, tensions and anxieties, and all about its projections about unseen things, they just simply collapse into the moment that is the present. So you don't find anymore any trace of the past. You don't find any more in those split seconds the trace of the future. So when the past and the future is taken away from the mind drops. The mind suddenly collapses into that particular split second moment where there are no thoughts. And obviously you can say, where there are no thoughts, there is no mind. So when you reach to that final state of that still lake of your mind, then suddenly there is that stillness, there is that silence, that pure pristine state of your natural being, and you are in tune with your existence, astitvam. Sat, Chit, Ananda Swarupa. The Sat is the astitvam. Sat means the existence. Chit means consciousness. Ananda means bliss. Existence, consciousness, bliss. This is our true essence. So when the mind becomes very still, when the mind is without waves and ripples on the surface of the lake, where the past memories and the old future stuff is no longer disturbing your mind, then you are enjoying that Sat. You are enjoying that you are existence, not that existence is outside. Your inside and outside merges into each other. For thousands of years, yogis of our land, they have always been meditating upon their own breaths because they knew that it is breath, it is prana, which is a vehicle on which the mind rides. Allow the prana to be more rhythmic, allow the prana to be quiet, allow the prana to just be in that rhythm of the universal prana, and you'll find that your mind also gradually comes to a slow down calmness, or rather a time comes when it becomes thoughtless. That is the deepest state of meditation or absorption or samadhi. When the mind touches that ultimate state of no mind, you can also call that as samadhi. That means samyak. You are in that state where everything is equanimous. There's no this and that, it's all one. So that oneness is attained by the mind, where the mind is continually dwelling on duality and multiplicity of elusive appearances, projections, thoughts. When the mind becomes still, quiet, tranquil, then it automatically gives us that ultimate, exalted experience that I am not separate. I am not separate from the rest of the universe. I feel as if I have become everything. I am the moon, I am the stars, I am the galaxies, I am the sun, I am the earth, I am the air, I am the water. And finally I come to realize I am love. I am compassion. Because all other negative stuff is simply washed. What remains is the purest of the pure essence within me. And in that pure essence, nothing remains other than that state of blissfulness. Sat, Chit, Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. For thousands of years, yogis of India practice the simple technique of watching the breath in order to calm the mind. Try it now and see how your mind becomes calm and quiet. You can try it right now. Just try it now. Close your eyes and take deep, slow breaths. Inhale and exhale very mindfully. Deep, slow, mindful breaths. Just enjoy this. Deep, slow inhalations. Deep, slow exhalations. And keep watching. Just keep watching your breath. How the breath is moving into your body. How the breath is moving out of your body. Simply enjoy this process of sheer watching of your own breathing. You watching yourself, because your breath is your own spirit. Your breath is the prana. The pranic energy is so healing energy. It instantly heals your body, it heals your mind, it heals your system completely. Just take a deep breath through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Very slow and deep, long exhalation. Inhale through your nose. Hold for a couple of seconds. And then breathe out through your mouth, deep, long, mindful breaths. Please gradually open your eyes. What ends this particular thing is how easily you become concentrated and focused. I'm sure that you must have felt a sense of relaxed state of your being, a relaxed state of your body, a relaxed state of your mind, and as if, yes, there may be distractions and your mind moving away from your breath, but still in the midst of it all, even for a few seconds, I'm sure you must have felt, split seconds, you must have felt that connection. And the moment it happened, I'm sure you must have felt that sense of sublime state of your own being. The second quote is, when you observe your breath, you are closest to your spirit. I'm sure you must have experienced that when you observed your breaths, you were closest to yourself. By spirit, I mean your true self. When you are breathing and observing your breaths, and the mind goes from your breaths, and you are bringing your mind back to your breaths, and simply, like a surfer, did you see in the beaches, the surf is a beautiful sport, where they just move with the waves and then just keep on playing with the waves, surfing. And the beauty is, you will never find a surfer fighting the water, the waves. A surfer is basically trying to just catch the flow, and it just flows with the waves. And then it's a fantastic, I have not done it though, but I can experience in my own inner mind that it must be such a brilliant experience to surf in the ocean, in the beaches where there are big waves. And here you are doing nothing. You are just flowing effortlessly, because everything is being done by the waves, everything is done by the ocean. What you are doing is that you have surrendered yourself. With a surfing board under your feet, you have just surrendered yourselves to the water and the waves, and you find you are being played, you are being toyed, you are being just tossed from one to the other, and you experience such ecstatic blissfulness, because I'm sure at that moment mind doesn't work. Mind doesn't think about the family. Mind doesn't think about the world and the worldliness. Mind doesn't think about the news channels anymore. At that time, it's just pure flow. You are with the flow. And those who are surfers, they just, I'm sure, for them, time stops as long as they're into that surfing. And I'm sure they must be just loving it, loving it. Effortlessness is sport that gradually helps you to reach to a state of effortlessness where you are flowing with the waves and enjoying nature in its own flow. Same is the case. I'm trying to bring this image in your mind, this visual in your mind. You can close your mind and you can just see how the surfer surfs the waves. You must gradually bring that image back into your mind in a state wherein you would be able to even same way surf your breaths. The breaths also come like that, just like the waves of an ocean, and then stays for a while and then again recedes. So the breaths are coming and then going. The breaths are coming in and then it's just going out. Each incoming breath, you fill your body with all the vibrations of the positivity, joy and existential love. And with each exhalation, you are flowing out into the universe with all your negative emotions, with all that needs cleansing, with all that needs a change if you want to see a better you in you. That's all. How beautiful. Huh? Just think about it. The entire yogic process that has been given to us as a gift from these great yogis of India from time immemorial, for the whole of humanity, irrespective of what color your body is, what religion you follow, what tradition you believe in. Irrespective of everything, humans on the planet, all of us can experience the beauty of yoga, can experience the beauty of meditation. And no wonder, globally, all over the world today, whether it is psychologists or medical practitioners or corporate bodies, they are all now forced into thinking. Schools, military, armed forces, sports, in every field of human activity, if you look into it, you will find that they are all understanding one thing, that just as the quantum scientist tells us that deep inside of us, the subatomic quantum level, it is nothing but consciousness and energy. No particle, no matter. It's just consciousness and energy. And in that state of conscious experiencing of the energy and its play, you feel that you are ecstatically blissful. Rather than getting mingled in the quagmire of this changing phenomenon that you call the world. When you observe your breath, you are closest to your spirit. Your consciousness is deepening. That's exactly what happens. That's the reason your observation of your breath is an entry point to your quantum body. When you are observing your breath, you are basically getting into a state where you are trying to bring about a quantum change in your quantum body at the subtlest level where you are consciousness and energy. So you can even change the genetic signature of your body also. Through these breaths, as you go on practicing, as you find that you are able to have more anchor into your inner self, you will be always experiencing day after day after day a change in you that is from inside. It is not that somebody has said something and you are just repeating like a parrot. It's not the slokas of Bhagavad Gitas or Upanishads or Bibles and other scriptures. It's nothing of that kind. I'm talking this simple practice of observing our breath, where we breathe in with our nose and breathe out through our mouth. Breathe in through our nose and breathe out deep, long, mindful, conscious breaths. As we do this, it's almost like a surfer surfing in the beach, in the ocean, and enjoying the bliss of just flowing with the nature, flowing with the water, flowing with the waves. In the same manner, our breath could be exactly it can give us that similar kind of an experience of feeling when we are surfing our breath. That means when we are breathing in like a surfer, in and like a surfer, we are breathing out, we are moving into the ocean again. So we are going into the ocean and coming back to the beach. This is like It's a continuous process. As you go on through this process, what happens? Gradually you find, just as a surfer enjoys that blissful state, so also as you surf your breath, you are gradually getting into a deeper state of your own consciousness. That's what is being told here. That through this meditative process of being observer of your own breath, bringing your mind again and again to your breathing, so that your mind starts to be just surfing with the breath. Then what happens? What happens is a state which is so blissful. Because the moment the mind stops thinking about the past and worrying about the future and continually repeating the same old patterns, the moment the mind can somehow move out of the same old rusty patterns, which makes every individual at times feel so miserable, unhappy, ill, just moving out of it into a new state of being. What's that being? This new state is that here your past stuff is no longer disturbing you. It is just there, and you are able to come to the present moment, because it's only when your mind gradually slows down, it can come to the present moment, and that in that present moment, what you realize is your true presence. It's only in the present that you explore and you can experience the presence. Who I am. Who am I? It's a presence. Presence of what? Presence of pure spiritual self. So, as I move in, not just getting lost in the objectified world outside, as I move out of the objective into the subjective self within me, and I'm just sitting with my closed eyes so that the external objective world cannot just fall on my retina and go into the brain and create all the havoc of thoughts connected to my memories of the past. So here we are closing our eyes because we don't want to see anything outside. We are now trying to see everything inside, because what is inside is what is outside. But what is inside can be changed, and if the what is inside can be changed, the outside automatically changes. So all the changes that we want to see outside, if we want to see some change in somebody with whom you are living, your family members, with whom you may be having some issues of emotional relationship wise, some problems or whatever, even as long as you have your own emotions, your own failures, your own traumas, your own sense of guilt, all of it, that's you fighting with yourself. Even that can also be, to a great extent, gradually healed from inside, provided you get into this mode of surfing your breath. And this surfing your breath is what meditation is to begin with, because you are taking the breath as your tool in order to see that inner transformation which happens automatically, and that transformation is possible only when your mind is not infested with your past, future syndromes of all kinds of distortions. So the more you are able to do away with the distractions, more you can do away with your thoughts, and more you are able to bring a state of thoughtlessness, more closer you are to your spirit, more closer you are to the beloved of your own heart, who is in your own heart, who is the presence. By presence, it's not an individual. As an individual, you have no presence. But when you are closer to your spirit, you can feel the presence within you. So this is so beautiful. your consciousness is deepening. Your energy is opening, harmonizing. So beautiful. When your consciousness deepens, that means when your awareness becomes more and more peripheral, when your awareness is just expanding, then what happens? You find that your energy is opening, harmonizing. The energy is opening. That means your energy normally is close to your own old patterns. Your energy is always blocked in different centers of your body. Your nerves are blocked. Your chakras are blocked. All the nadis through which all this current of prana has to move at different places, they are blocked because of wrong living style, because of the sedentary living style, because of the wrong patterns of thoughts and beliefs. You have always made yourself a victim of your own belief system. You are a victim of your own thoughts and beliefs. What thoughts and what beliefs you believe is what you are. But that's not who you are. Your thoughts, your beliefs are not who you are. You are beyond these thoughts and beliefs. So to come to that state where you can be the observer of your breath and gradually the observer of your thoughts, then what happens is you find your energy is opening up. That moment the energy is opening up means your energy centers in your body, the chakras of your body. The moment you are gradually slowing down your brain waves and you are getting into a different state of quieter self, calmer self, the meditation induced, coming from inside, and it is such a blissful, beautiful state. And in that state you find that your energy centers are opening up. You don't force it. You are not working on it. You are just meditating upon your breath. But over a period of time, as the consciousness deepens, energy opens up. All the cells of your body, the cells start to dance inside of you. And the cell starts to dance inside of you means the cells become healthier, happier. And the moment they are healthier and happier, they are healed. So even if you have diseases in your body, hidden now, not known to you, you may be having any kind of disease in your body, you may not know it at this moment. Because only when the symptoms will come, when some pain will come, some swelling will come, some inflammation will come, something will grow wrong in your body's natural rhythm, then you suddenly find what's happening. But it started so many months back, so many years back, through your thoughts and through your beliefs, through your own system of life. So here it is. The more you are meditating, the more you are healing yourself, the energy is opening up. And this energy opening up also at the same time brings about yet another beautiful consequence to it, and that is harmonizing energy. Because all your miseries come from disharmonic vibrations. You'll find if somebody whom you do not like talks toxic words to you, I repeat, toxic words to you, what happens? Disharmony. Harmonic vibrations will not be there. Disharmonic vibration between the two persons will enrage each other and gradually trigger anger, frustration, negativity. You have experienced it in your life. You can change it. You can only change it provided you work with yourself, not with others. Everybody in this world, I find, they are trying to work with the other. Everybody talks. No, that's who is making the mistake. Until unless she changes, until he changes, nothing changes. No. It's not when she changes, it's not when he changes that you are going to enjoy life. Sorry, it's not going to happen. If he changes, she changes, somebody else will inflict injuries to your heart, injuries to your mind and body. You can't stop it, because the seed of attracting injuries is still alive inside of you. Until those seeds which are creating these external manifestations of these harmonic vibrations, until your inner vibrations are in tune, in harmony with the universe of higher intelligence, that is God. Until your harmonic vibrations within you, in your thoughts, in your beliefs, in your breaths, until you are able to unify all of it with the vibrations of the universal intelligence, you will not be able to experience what true presence is, who is there in the heart of ours as the ultimate beloved of our life. So when you are able to come closer and closer to your spirit through your mindful breaths, your meditative breaths, observation of your breath, of your surfing breaths, what happens? There is a deepening of your consciousness. The energy opens up, and automatically the vibrations inside of you changes. Automatically your thoughts change, your emotions change, your feelings change, your experience change. All of it changes inside, not outside. And all of it is happening. You are the experiencer of this, because you are the one going through this whole process of inner transmutation, inner transformation in our enlightened state. It's all inside. Your energy is opening, harmonizing, flowing naturally and freely. Yes, only when your energy is in harmonic vibration, only when your energy is opening up and harmonizing, then two things again it is said. What will happen? It will automatically lead to a natural and free flow of your innate energy, that is divine energy. So you are close to your divine self. When your energies are opening up, that means your energy centers are opening up, from the lower chakras to the higher chakras, automatically what will happen? As the body, every cells of your body opens up, as the chakras are opening up, as the energies are opening up, what will happen? There is such a lot of harmony, and harmony inside will also at the same time vibrate with the harmony outside, because you are now anchored into your spiritual self. You become meditative and contemplative. As a result, what happens? As a result, something magical happens. That's the reason I call it magic breath. Breath is magic. Breath is magical. Breath is the ultimate key, the master key with which you can unlock the treasures of your own inner Sat, Chit, Ananda Swarupa. If you are that eternal existence, if you are the very consciousness which is all pervasive, not individual consciousness, I am talking about your consciousness is the consciousness of the universe. Sat, it is not your individual existence, your name and form of who individually you are. You are now expanded self. You are not an individualized body, mind, where it has all its own limitations. Your body has its own strength and limited strength. Your mind has its own visions and limited vision. Your intelligence has its own little quantum or quantity. Now, these are all very constricted. These are very small, limited. But as you go into deeper state of meditation, every day you are practicing what? Opening your energy and harmonizing your individual self with the universal self. That is the whole process of meditation. Every day you are trying to, moment to moment, it's not necessary. Any time could be your meditation time. Even if you are standing, you are doing your dishes in the kitchen. You are on the computer workstation, you are working with your computer in your office. Even for a few seconds you can switch off and get into this state through your observation of your breath, and then it completely brings about a greater focus, relaxed state, and a more healed up state of your being, and you are able to concentrate, focus, and become more productive the moment you open up your eyes and you see the same screen on your computer, you see the same utensils on your sink, you see the same thing that you are doing, but you are not the same. The doer is not the same. The doer seems to be the one who is almost in a state of beautiful calmness, quietness, happiness. And in a happy state, your productivity will increase. This is already proven all over the world. A happy employee is a productive employee. If you want to have more production, make sure your company has to be a happy company. And a happy company is one which focuses not on profit and dividends. A happy company is not one who is focused on the stock market and the shares and the prices. A happy company is one who focuses on happy employees, happy working environment, where every employee walks into that corporate body and they feel, hey, this is a pure, it's almost like an ashram. I love this. What an atmosphere. What a feeling of togetherness, as if we are all working together harmoniously, and this harmony between and amongst the different workers at different levels of a corporate body can only happen provided every employee is gradually trained to train their mind to come to a state of terms with one's own inner self. I hope you will get this point very, very deep inside of you, that if you really want to be the company for tomorrow, I'm not talking about the companies of yesteryears, I'm talking about the companies that will have to run in the domain of artificial intelligent corporates. There you'll find it is this concept. It is this concept where energy has to open up, harmony has to manifest, and the energized harmonic vibration has to just touch each other. Just as a virus does all the wrong things in the world, paralyzes the world, so also a harmonic vibration, opened up energy, can create all the magic in and around, in the family, in the place where you live, in the place where you work, in the place where you do your business. Every client, every business, every deal, everything becomes nothing but a piece of karma yoga, because you are in a state of yoga inside of you. Whatever you do turns out to be a worship. So you don't have to go to a temple all the time to do your work. Yes, you have to go to the temple, because there that congregation, chanting, praying, meditating together will help you. Your individual self will benefit out of it, for sure. If you go to a church and you find the prayers going on, you feel different. When you go to an ancient temple and sit with others and you become absolutely quiet and prayerful and meditate, you feel different. Because your energy changes, your energy opens up even there, because the vibrations of all these people helps you to open up your energy. And then there nobody is fighting with each other. There everybody is meditating. If 1,000 people meditate at one place, if 1 million people join together in meditation, the vibration that will generate is energy will open up, and harmony will spread all over like vibrations. And these vibrations can bring about a huge transformation in the lives and living of millions of others who are not meditating at this moment, but would get a message that our life would be so much more better if we also join these people who are trying to make a difference to their own life through their regular, daily, committed practice of meditation. So this last word I'll read again. You become meditative and you become contemplative. This is this little book of meditation which is available in our ashram, ldlmcal@gmail.com. Just write a small 2-liner and said, I want to have this book. It's about 50-60 Indian rupees. So you can send your address, and they will send it to your courier to your home. And any page you open up, you'll find something is there which will talk to your spirit, talk to yourself. Because you are surrounded by so much negativity all around you. People are there to condemn you, show you your negative things. Rather, trigger the negative that is already in you, suppressed. But this book, or books like this, or thoughts like this, or nuggets of wisdom like this, would possibly trigger that meditative, contemplative self that you are in your essence. The meditative self is who I am. I am peace. Not that I have to attain peace. I am love. It's not that someday I'll attain to a state of love. No. Love, peace, bliss, these are not attainable, achievables. You can't keep them in the achievable lists. I have to achieve peace, I have to achieve this, I have to achieve that, tick, tick, tick. No. Practice every day. Practice every day. And you will find that as the change happens inside of you, you do not even look for change outside. Because you are content with yourself. Basically, you are content with yourself. Atmanyeva atmanatushta sthita pragyas taduchyati. Lord Krishna speaks it out so beautifully well to Arjuna when he is asking, how does a man of wisdom speaks, walks, talks, does his daily rituals? How? And Lord Krishna makes it very clear. A steady intelligence, of steady wisdom, of steady intuitive life. How it looks, how a yogi, how a sage, how a seer, how he speaks, how he moves, how he does things. It's all in a state of awareness. As a result, there is no unconscious movements. As a result, there is no unconscious thoughts. As a result, there is nothing like regrets. Why did I say this? Why did I do this? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said this. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, this is so suffering. No, this kind of things will not happen when you live a meditative, contemplative life. Because when you are practicing meditation, it has to manifest. It has to manifest in a very balanced behavior of yours. It cannot be that if you have attained even a certain little bit of the results of true meditation practice, you will have to have mind-body balance. Your life will be more balanced. People from outside won't be able to bring about negative reactions from you because they are being offered into the light of your consciousness and transmuted into higher self of yours. So you don't react so easily anymore because you don't feel any need for it. You know very well that if you react, it is you who suffer the most. It is when you are angry, it's not the person on whom the anger is thrown or shown. It is you who suffer out of it the most. But this anger or this kind of anxieties or this kind of tension and stress is not what we are here to live. We are here to be happy, we are here to be healthy, we are here to be strong, we are here to be fearless, and we are here to be a true instrument to fulfill the vision of the divine, universal peace, universal joy, universal love. That's what we are here to contribute to. Not until we change our inner self, we can truly contribute to this universal peace, universal love, universal joy. I hope you will take this into your heart and listen to this video time and again, until such time you find something that makes sense for you and your life. Out of these thousands of words that I must have spoken during this last 1 hour or so, maybe a few words may just touch your inner core. Write them down. What are those words? Write them down, what you want to do in order to bring those words into reality. Write them down, how you are ready to change yourself. Change yourself, and all is changed. All the best to all of you. Be happy, be strong, be fearless. Om Shanti.